you kidding me?
Here's a shot that McRae, they score!
McRae shoots, he scores!
Halifax hopes to stake first claim in the battle for the top spot in the East. Buffalo has other ideas. Can the Bandits stay undefeated at home? Find out next. Chamber of Commerce video, Buffalo, New York. Look, Bertha, no snow. Hang on, don't speak so fast. Winter storm warning coming up at 5 o'clock this evening. Speaking of warning, let's take a look at the Eastern Conference standings with the Buffalo Bandits leading the way. If they win today, they are in the playoffs. Period. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to our broadcast. I'm John Gertler alongside Steve Bermel, Dave Buchanan between the benches. The Bandits are looking forward to this one, and everybody has been looking forward now to this home-and-home series. And Steve Bermel, I'll tell you what, everybody's got the anticipation going of who's going to do what after both teams spending a week off.
Yeah, this game was supposed to happen earlier in the year, but now we're going to have a home-and-home because of rescheduling due to COVID. And after Halifax drops 2 games in a row 2 weeks ago, this home-and-home series is even bigger in the East Conference standings.
One of the players that loves to play here in Buffalo from Halifax, number 88, Cody Jamieson, and I'll tell you what, he has big success here.
Yeah, Cody Jamieson having an outstanding career so far, but always seems to play well against Buffalo. Such a good shooter, always finds the net against the Bandits. He is 1 point away from 800, so a big career milestone coming up for Jammer.
Well, he's not considered the hoss of the Cartwrights, but I'll tell you what, 3-time Defensive Player of the Year, back-to-back-to-back, that's Graham Hossick.
Graham Hossick is outstanding on defense and might be even better in transition. A goal and 9 assists so far this year. You mentioned it, Defender of the Year, but oftentimes we wonder if he should be considered for Transition Player of the Year because he is so good in transition.
Buffalo 10-1 on the season. They have a 4-game winning streak going. They're undefeated at home in 6 straight games, and they're led by the man who currently right now, the Buffalo Fire Department is on call because of Josh Byrne.
Yeah, Josh Byrne continues to stay hot, up to 60 points on the year, 41 assists though, so just 19 goals, which is still an impressive total. But Josh Byrne finding his way into the assist column with a ton of helpers so far this year.
Bandits are plus 45, goals for, goals against. 8 times they've only allowed 10 goals or less, and it's due to the 10 guys that dress as defensemen. And we pick out Nick Weiss, who was the heavyweight player last 2 weeks.
Yeah, Nick Weiss is very hard-working on the back end, blocks a lot of shots, communicates well, moves his feet well. Last week, maybe the reason he was named the heavyweight player of the year was how clutch he was in transition. He was constantly the outlet pass after the Bandits would get a stop on defense.
Nick Weiss is down with our Dave Buchanan.
Nick, of course, we got the first place up for grabs here tonight with this weekend series, but this was the last team that beat you before the pandemic break, and you kind of had to sit on a tough loss for a long time. How much has that been weighing on you this week in prep for today's game?
Honestly, it's been big on the mind. I hated that loss. We went in there, it was a tight game, but I feel like we should have had it. We let it slip through our fingers at the end, so it's definitely been sitting there. We want to get our revenge tonight.
What's the plan on transition night? This is probably going to be a low-scoring game. Are you and guys like Ian McKay going to have the green light here to go down the floor and try and get some goals in transition this afternoon?
Well, I think transition is a big part of our game, so I think we always got the green light. As long as we're smart with it, hopefully we can definitely get some running goals on them.
Weiser, thanks. Good luck this afternoon.
Thanks a lot.
Hey guys, Nick Weiss, one of the veterans on this Buffalo Bandits team. He'll be in action in just a couple of minutes as face-off is next. You're watching the National Lacrosse League on ESPN.
What is belief? Nathan McKinnon? At 14, he wasn't wishing he'd make it to the NHL. He believed that he would. So while other kids were playing video games, he was putting in the work to make his dream come true. Guaranteed Rate believes in your dreams. That's why we treat everyone like we treat our own family and work extra hard to get you the lowest low rate possible. Because if you believe, you will.
Show the world what it means to be a fan. The world's largest collection of fan gear. Fanatics, officially licensed everything.
There's no better feeling than a win, except a BetMGM win. Goodbye. Woo! That one hurt good. You feel that? Yeah! Now you're winning with the king of sports books. Come on.
The NLL on ESPN is brought to you by NLLshop.com, a Fanatics experience, officially licensed everything. By Guaranteed Rate, if you believe it, you can do it. Guaranteed Rate, believe you will. And by BetMGM, the official sports book of the NLL. Get the BetMGM app today. Now you're winning with the king of sportsbooks. Please bet responsibly. Here are the Guaranteed Rate starting goaltenders. It's Warren Hill coming into this afternoon's game. Point is .804, a 7-3 record. And for the Buffalo Bandits, Matt Bentz, .821 save percentage, a 10-1 mark on the season, 31 wins for the Buffalo Bandits against 7 losses. The BetMGM face-off will pit 2 good ones. Jake Withers coming into this afternoon's game, 71%. Former Ohio Buckeye. 18 draws, or I should say 18 wins from 1,000. And Max Adler, 38% face-off efficiency, and Adler sweeps it out of the opening face-off zone. Buffalo has control, and we'll find it along the right wing boards out at center. Shoveled in by Justin, leaving it out in front there. Scooped up now by Dave Smith, settling everybody down. Plenty of time on the shot clock, and just in this opening minute, why not? And in over the line comes Josh Byrne from right wing side. Field wide, back over to Dave Smith. Here's Smith with an opening lane. Elects to go to the near side over to Clinching. Clinching to the diving side.
Well, this play started off the face-off, John, with Justin Robinson scooping the ball through 3 Thunderbirds to himself and picking it back up, allowing Buffalo to get set up on offense. Dane Smith squeezes this pass in. Kuche able to do a nice little swim move. He's down behind the goal line, leaning in there on Tarafanko, and then is able to dive out front and beat Warren Hill far side. 1 shot, 1 goal. Buffalo up 1-0.
16th goal of the season for Chris Cloutier. 2 game-winning goals. Shooting 25% from the floor, and Buffalo right on the scoreboard here in the opening minute, 1-0, while Halifax has the ball out at center and will tune it up for their first rush down into Buffalo territory. And over the line. Clark Peterson leaving out in front. Shot by Shanks. Just to the right side, bouncing ball, left side of Matt Bentz. He corrals that and leaves it over for Ian McKay.
Bryce Sweeting knocking the attacker into the crease. So as soon as Halifax touched the ball, the crease violation called. Thought we might see at least a violation for that push from the behind.
Dane Smith trying to feed it back over to Connor Fields. It's picked up by Hill, who will leave it out to Scott Campbell. 40-plus years old, still running a 4.340. That's what Micah Kersey told me. Leaves it down into the corner, picked up now by Halifax. Into the line they go. Sean Evans with the ball, recently acquired a couple of weeks ago. Back out to the right wing side. There's a shot right on, hit the goal post, goes in. And that one was a burner right off the bat. And give credit to Eric Fennell.
Fennell able to find his way inside. Shot might have hit Vince, ends up off the post and off his back and in. Vince thinking he had that one, turning around, kind of having an idea that it was behind him. But maybe most importantly for Halifax, a quick answer. And you were right, John, off the far post, off the back of Matt Vince and into the net.
Todd LaBranche is the crew chief this afternoon. Josh Hiltz and Ryan Dutkiss, the referees. Mac Abbott will be controlling the shot clock here from Buffalo. Great to have you with us on ESPN Plus, and for our viewers on TSN, and to our radio listeners on a pretty decent Saturday afternoon in Buffalo. That's 15-20 the back. In over the line goes Chris Clinching, the goal scorer so far for Buffalo from the top of the slot, shooting the ball high against the glass. Battle for the scoop, picked up. Nicely done by Buffalo. There's a shot on hard by Ian McKay, a part of that offensive rush, and Hill tested to the limits on the doorstep.
Good work by DeHoka to come up with that loose ball and find McKay out front. Nice save by Warren Hill to keep it a tie game.
Halifax in over the line. We have a tie game at 1. Wheeling with the ball. There's Boucher. Goes to the far side. Cody Jameson leaving down front. Shot, score! What a bullet by Dawson Theed. Welcome to the Halifax Thunderbirds.
Good work there by Jameson, ducking in, taking Nick Weiss with him, bringing Nick Weiss down to the crease, and he looks behind him and sees Dawson Theed cutting in uncovered. A slow rotation there for the Bandits. Nobody sliding in front of Theed. All kinds of time to catch and shoot.
Yeah, I think Ethan O'Connor, he lost his footing there and lost track of Theed, and that's what opened him up for that goal, Steve.
Caught me by surprise there. Not on the official roster for the Scratches here this afternoon, but recently acquired from Panther City, 6'4", 230 pounds. Welcome addition to the rearrangement of the offense. And congratulations to Cody Jameson, his 800th NLL point. Twirling down in the Buffalo zone from the far side is Fennell. Shot straight on, and that's by Peterson. And Matt Vince, solid save and carried out by Buffalo to center. 2-1 Halifax here in the first quarter of play. In over the line is Josh Byrne. Setting up the play now to Tehoka Nanticoke, to Dane Smith from the slot area. Likes to go to the left wing side. Deking is Chase Fraser with a shot. Hill with a kick save. Rebound jumps out in front. Scrambles for it. Nanticoke has it and clears it back to center. Resetting the shot clock. Buffalo on the attack. Burns. Smith shooting. Hill makes the save.
DeHoka Nanticoke working hard on the loose balls. John, another big loose ball on offense. Good chance for Dane Smith. Low shot. Warren Hill keeps it out again.
First quarter action here in Buffalo. 2-1 Halifax. They've got the ball down into the Bandit zone. Leaving it from the far corner. Back to the top of the slot. Shanks down to the near side. Kehoe, who is back in the lineup tonight for this afternoon, goes back from the corner. Kehoe with a shot. Kick save by Memphis. Rebound. Dribbles into the far corner. Scooped up by Buffalo. Here come the Bandits with the attack. 3-on-2 break. Into the line is Ian McKay. Shooting scores!
John, the Thunderbirds did a great job getting off the bench there to turn it into a 3-on-3. Really good effort on the back check there. Guys getting in the front door and out the back door. So McKay has to kind of check up and stop driving the net. That's the third low shot in a row we've seen, and that one goes in. A really great shot from Ian McKay. I wasn't even sure he had much of a shooting lane. Warren Hill might want that one back, but we're tied up at 2.
Ian McKay now on a 5-game point streak, his 7th goal of the season, and getting a taste of what's going on there, not only down in the offensive zone, but Steve leading the way for Buffalo's transition. Halifax with the ball out at center. Micah Kersey setting some forwards out there, led by Sean Evans. Beautiful pass out in front. Twirling there is Cody Jameson. Getting hit by Steve Priolo, the Bandits captain. Drawing a double, leaving it go outside the restraining line. 5 seconds left to shoot for Halifax. Driving to the net, shot wide. That by Sean Evans. Picked up by Buffalo. Good pressure on by Halifax, trying to negate that 8-second mark. No problem for Buffalo. In over the line is Connor Fields. He'll shut it down and wait for that front door to open up for Buffalo. Got a little ways to go there in the first quarter for the Bandits. Fields looking. Got Cloutier over there at right. Will have the ball. Nice deep by Cloutier. Double teamed on the plate. Down on the turf he goes. Scramble for the ball, and it's picked up by Halifax. Trevor Smith. Now some extracurricular activity going on. Some yipping, which stops the clock with 9 minutes and 57 seconds left to play. Quarter number 1. Buffalo 2, Halifax 2 on ESPN Plus.
Buffalo number
everything they do it as one. Cousins, brothers, sisters, family, everything is done together. I know they have a lot of focus on their elders. Growing up with my sports influence being my grandparents and older generations in my life, I know Native American culture really uses their elders.
No blood lost between these two clubs. 71 games played so far in this series, and that includes Rochester, and then taking those records to Halifax. And look at the Birds, 41-30. It's tied here, 17-17 at home, but I'll tell you what, on the road, Buffalo struggles, 13-24. John Gertler, Steve Bermel, Dave Buchanan with you this afternoon from the KeyBank Center in downtown Buffalo. And so far, Steve, it's lived up to its billing.
Yeah, and some physicality. You were talking on our radio pregame show about how physical it might be, and so far it has been, and that's why we have the offsetting roughing minors.
It's Chris Clinching, Tyson Bell also for Halifax, sitting 2 as a shot goes straight on, and that's stopped by Matt Vince, scooped up by Buffalo, and they'll get it out of their own zone, led by Steve Priolo and Matt Spanger. Out to center we go, and Tehogananacoke with the ball. 5 goals a couple of weeks ago in the Bandits' big 17-5 victory over Philadelphia as Dane Smith fires the ball back over to Josh Byrne, returns it to Smith this time. Far side over to Buchanan. Buchanan now to Byrne. Far side, Smith for the shot, he scores!
Great ball movement by the Bandits from left to right to left to right. And Dane Smith with the catch and shoot on the far side. John, that's another goal scored from outside. We had Ian McKay scoring from the KeyBank Center logo. Dane Smith out that way as well. Maybe a bit of a strategy to shoot on the outside here on Warren Hill, but that's 2 in a row that beat him from way outside.
From my vantage point, guys, that ball just got between Warren Hill's right arm and the post. Dane just threading the needle there for that goal.
25th or 26th goal of the season for Dane Smith. 31 points in his last 3 games, and on the trail not only to look for an assist record, but also maybe eclipse his overall regular season record of 137 points. And hang on, we're going to have a penalty here. A tripping call.
number 6, minor penalty tripping.
And that will go against Max Adler after the scramble from center.
He literally kicked his foot.
I think that there's a bit of a debate there about what happened. Kyle Buchanan speaking on behalf of Max Adler. This looks like their feet got tangled up. I thought we were going to see a loose ball push. Honestly, I thought we'd see possession awarded to Halifax. Maybe surprising to see a tripping call there, but Halifax on the power play.
It definitely kicked on his foot there, kind of a whip movement for Adler. So power play into effect, worst overall in the National Lacrosse League. And Halifax trying to figure it out. 11 for 48, 29%. They went 3 for 10 in the double games 2 weekends ago. A bouncing ball looking for a shorthanded tally. That's picked up and nullified by Hill and cleared back out by Peterson. Here's Peterson out to front to Kehoe with a shot saved by Vince. Peterson gets his own rebound, stages it back outside the restraining line for Evans, who returns it for Peterson. Back to Evans, that is. Now to Cody Jamieson. Two dial up together. That's blocked by Buffalo. Rebound picked up by Halifax. Jamieson now back over to Evans. Evans shooting it low. Saved by Matt Vince. And the rebound picked up by Buffalo in the Mad Dash now. 1-on-1. Now making a 2-on-1. Buffalo in over the line. Back behind the pass. Carried on by Chase Fraser. It didn't work out. And retooling will be the Thunderbirds. 3-2 Buffalo here in the first quarter. 7:51 remaining. 37 seconds left in the penalty to Max Adler.
Third save of the penalty kill already for Vince. Absolutely huge with Halifax knocking on the door and Buffalo turning the ball over in transition. Not what they would want to do when they can kill clock. But Matt Vince, their best penalty killer so far. 3 saves on the 1 power play so far.
Buffalo 6th overall coming into this afternoon's game on the penalty kill at 58%. Philadelphia 2 weeks ago with 0 for 1. Buffalo taking more time off. Burn with that shot, saved by Hill. Rebound jumps out in front.
Loose ball push on Ian McKay there is going to award the Bandits possession and more importantly give them a fresh 30 seconds.
So outside the line is Smith. A right wing pass over to Josh Byrne. 25 points in his last 4 games. Buffalo is back to full strength as Adler runs to the bench and out to add for Buffalo's offense. Kyle Buchanan.
Nanticoke fighting through a little bit of a hold there maybe. The referees in the stand certainly thought there was a hold there. But Buffalo awarded possession on the deflected shot out of bounds.
Now a penalty coming up as Byrne lets his shot go. Bounces right out in front. Scramble. And it's picked up by Halifax. And hang on now. Buffalo will work on the power play.
And big for the Bandits to get Clinching back for the power play now that he's released from the coincidental minors.
Before 2 minutes, illegal cross check.
Illegal cross check on Colton Armstrong. So Buffalo's power play 5th overall coming into this afternoon. 22 for 46, 48%. 2 for 2 against Philadelphia. 3 for 3 against Albany. 100% in the last couple of games. Dane Smith, the quarterback, top of the slot, far side. Fraser. Both set it up. Shot wide. Rebound. Bounces all the way back out to center. Good sweep by Dane Smith, nullifying the over and back, and Byrne is there. Hanging across the line. Fraser gets it back in the webbing. Now to Smith. Smith, quick stick shot. Score!
Well, the power play stays at 100%, but give a 100% grade to Dane Smith for keeping that ball from going over and back, showing off his speed and athleticism, just sweeping it back over the line to give them another chance. And what a quick stick by Connor Fields. Dane Smith rocketing that pass over to Fields, who wastes no time, burying it on the short side. The power play's hot for Buffalo, John.
24th goal of the season for Connor Fields. Shooting 23% from the floor. 11 goals, 6 assists coming into this afternoon's game. Halifax with the ball. In over the line goes Clark Peterson. Firing a right wing pass to the far corner. Scooped up and left along the near boards back to Peterson. He'll hang on to it, look for an open lane. Likes to go to the far side pass. There's a drive hard by Fennell, and that hits the end boards, and that'll go all the way back down into Halifax territory and over in back charge. So Buffalo will have it back out at center, and they'll take it all the way down to the near corner. 4-2 Bandits here with 5 minutes and 43 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Clinching to Smith. Smith, Fraser. Leaving it in traffic, backed up by Fields. He'll come from the right point, looking. Likes to go back over to Smith. Couldn't hang on to it there, and it's picked up by the Hawks. Graham Hosick. Nice lead pass out in front. Brad Gillies with a shot goes wide. Rebound, Hawks. Hits the goalpost. Cody Jamieson. And we have a penalty coming up against the Bandits. So the extra attacker is out now for Halifax. In over the line. Goes to Austin Shanks. Right wing pass back over to Cody Jamieson. Gets a nice pick there from Fennell. Shot, score! Stephen Kehoe.
Good work on that side of the offense. Eric Fennell banging bodies. Stephen Kehoe ends up with that out front. Ball through Cody Jamison's stick. No surprise there. Good pick on Sweeting. Gives Jamison the room to feed that inside to Kehoe. And Brownell not really doing much to force anything out away from the crease there, so he's able to catch and shoot. And that will negate the penalty, but it looks like there might be a penalty anyway.
Still a face-off.
Let's listen in. Let's not.
They got Sweets on the cross-check, guys. He gave Kehoe, or not Kehoe, but the player that picked him, he gave him a shot after the goal that
might have been Fennell. So an illegal substitution wiped out by the goal, but Sweeting given a cross-check for cross-checking Fennell.
Referee Ryan Dutkus calling that one. So we've got quite a game for you this afternoon here from the KeyBank Center in Buffalo, where the Bandits lead it by 1, 4-3. Extra attacker on a score by Halifax. Our coverage continues this afternoon from the KeyBank Center on ESPN+.
.455 to go here in the first quarter. Bandits up 4-3 with John Tavares. Coach, a close game here, but the offense, 5-on-5, power play in transition. You guys stepping up here big time early.
Well, I mean, it's a close game, 4-3. I mean, stuff's happening. They're getting opportunities. We're getting opportunities. Both teams are putting their opportunities in that. So it's a fast-paced game. It looks like it's a physical game as well. So it's making it a great game.
Native American Heritage Night, a big night here for this franchise. I've been going back to day one with the Kilgores. This team has always had a close relationship with the Native community, and it's a special night for this team.
Yeah, we have a lot of great Native players come through Buffalo. Big part of the game. It's a spiritual game. Love playing for the Native people.
Thanks, Coach. Guys.
Power play continues for Halifax. Bryce Weeding sits in the box for an illegal cross-check. Short-handed shot just in the doorstep of Warren Hill. What a connection made by the Bandits.
That's Josh Byrne with a handful of short-handed goals already this year, almost added to his total.
Halifax in over the line, led by Sean Evans from the top of the slot. Near side, Shanks with a shot. That bounces off Vince and picked up by Buffalo's defense. Good pressure on by Halifax as Buffalo comes back out to center. 5 shorthanded goals scored so far this season by the Bandits, 4 of which by Josh Byrne. Clinching outside the line. Tick-tock time off the penalty clock of Bryce Sweeting. Back over to Clinching from the top of the slot. A little bit of a swim move. Whoa, bouncing shot over the shoulder of Hill. Rebound Buffalo. No time left on the shot clock, but Steve, a good job of penalty kill.
Yeah, and I was watching that play, worried that Kyle Buchanan might get called for delay of game because the shot clock had expired and he scooped the ball up, but the referees indicate that that happened too close for him to have known any better, quote unquote. So no penalty there.
Second power play opportunity for the Thunderbirds. Shanks and Evans tie up together. Now to Jamison, back to Evans. Looking over the shoulder to Shanks. Shooting at gut save by Vince. Rebound Shanks. He's triple teamed on the play, and Buffalo's got the ball, led by the captain, Steve Briolo. Back out to center. Nice left wing pass, low drive, Gill with the save. Nick Weiss with a nice burner. He gets his own rebound.
And that's huge now, John, because they can kill the rest of the clock on this penalty. There was about 30 seconds left in the penalty when Buffalo scooped it up. They opted to shoot, but getting that rebound is huge for killing the rest of the penalty.
7 seconds left on the call to Sweeting. 4-3 Buffalo here with 3 minutes left to play into the first quarter. Josh Byrne along the near boards, drawing a double. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Feed pass out in front, over the shoulder shot wide. Rebound picked up by Halifax and cleared outside to center. Good pressure on by Buffalo, doing some checking. Jarring the ball free and coming back up with it. And guess who? Dane Smith. Quick change out the front door. Right wing pass finds Josh Byrne already in position. Tipping it back outside the line to Buchanan. Fraser with it. Swim move. Draws a couple. Rebound picked up. There's a shot. Oh, saved by Warren Hill. Rebound along the far boards. Scramble for the ball continues. Buffalo trying to win the confrontation. Smacked out of play, and it's jarred free and picked up back out at center. And here come the Thunderbirds into the line. Ryan Tarafinko leaving it back over to Stephen Kehoe. Couldn't get the ball in the webbing of his stick directly, and Buffalo picks up the errant ball. And here's Dave Smith with a full head of steam over to McKay with a shot, and Gill again with a great save.
Great speed to create that 2-on-1 from both McKay and Dane Smith. Another rebound gives Buffalo a fresh 30.
Here come the Bandits. Tehoka Nanakok flipping it back over to Dane Smith with the familiar Deke. Top of the slot, shot straight on, scores!
John, another outside shot, beating Warren Hill down low. Dane Smith on the score sheet again. It feels like he has about 7 points already tonight, this afternoon. But what a great shot from Dane Smith. Good work by Buffalo as well. They're chasing after loose balls. Almost forced Clark Peterson into an 8-second violation earlier in that possession. Getting loose balls on rebounds. Buffalo seems hungry for the loose balls, and they're rewarding themselves with second and third opportunities.
Second of the game for Dane Smith, 27th of the season. Good battle by Max Adler on that draw, and that's picked up by Ryan Tarafinko from the left wing boards and back out to center. Takes a couple of swats from Kyle Buchanan. Pay for that one as Halifax sets up shop down in the Bandit zone. Outside the line now, over to Evans, down to the near corner it goes. Austin Shanks from the slot area, tipping it back to Fennell. Leaving it from the deep corner, back over to Sean Evans. Here's Evans with a shot saved by Matt Vince. Under a minute to play here in quarter number one. 5-3 Buffalo. As Nick Weiss leaves it off at center, over the line to Clinching, who opened the scoring of this afternoon's game. To Byrne, back to Buchanan. Nanakok pushed outside the line. Byrne uses the far boards, leaves it out in front. Hasek is there to get it out of his own zone and dash down the right wing lane. In pursuit is Buffalo as Hasek hangs on to it. In over the line he goes. Tarafinko, or check that. Gillies had an opportunity, but the ball is stolen. 21 seconds remaining here in the first quarter, and Burns got it down the right wing lane.
Byrne blocked that shot.
Another pushing and shove match erupts along the near boards. Josh Byrne involved in that collision. It's Colton Armstrong tied up Byrne.
Buffalo taking time out. What I was saying before is Josh Byrne actually blocked that shot, scooped it himself, and moved the ball up in transition. You would think with a forward stuck out there on defense, you'd be in trouble, but Josh Byrne able to block the shot and get the ball going the other way.
Micah Kersey from the far, the head coach of the Halifax Thunderbirds.
I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do. Yeah, I'm sure you do. All right, here we go.
More conversations back and forth with Dane Smith and Cody Jamison.
Huge weekend here, John. Bandits at 10-1. a win today and they're in the playoffs, but more importantly, they can put some more distance between themselves and the Thunderbirds in the East.
Every team in the Eastern Conference in action with the schedule today and tonight. Everybody will be focusing in on the Toronto-Georgia game and that 4th spot available in the Eastern Conference. And Steve, what about the mystery spot available down the 4th spot in the Western Conference? Top 3 teams qualified in the West, but that 4th spot is open to any team.
Yeah, especially with the standings in the East right now, it feels like it's possible that a team from the East will get that 4th spot in the West. But if the Panther City Lacrosse Club has anything to say about it, they're going to try to stake that claim to a playoff spot themselves in the West.
San Diego had a chance last night to claim a playoff position, but they lost to the Warriors. So they'll have to sit and stew for a while. Leave the standings open there in the West while Buffalo goes to work. 5 seconds left to play. Top of the slot. Shot straight on. And Hill comes up with a fine save. Long outlet pass. Is he looking for a yawning net to try to get something in before it goes to 0-0? Buffalo 5, Halifax 3 this afternoon. Native American Heritage Day. A seesaw battle back and forth in the Western Conference last night. Vancouver defeats San Diego 14-12. An empty nest goal to handle that one of a 2-goal win. Here's the schedule for today and tonight. Score after one here in Buffalo. The big game, Georgia at Toronto, Philadelphia at Rochester, Albany at New York. And then tomorrow, second game of the series of this one, home and home. Seals with their 9-3 record of the Western Conference. Mammoth hanging on 7-5. But look at this Panther City Lacrosse 5-8, and they are in action tonight as well. Colorado at Dickies Arena. Dave Buchanan will be following that one, I'm sure, Dave.
They're such a fun club to watch. And the switch in goaltending, since they've gone to Dean Mood instead of Orleman, just made that team even better. Buffalo's on the power play here, guys, to start the second quarter.
So after a little bit of pushing and shove match and paying the price will be Tyson Bell in the box.
An illegal cross-check. Buffalo back on the power play. 1 for 1 so far with 5 shots. Now we have the officials checking a clock somewhere.
Breaking up real quick numbers after one.
Yeah, Halifax actually out shooting Buffalo 15-13. Buffalo more loose balls, 31-24. And special teams, Halifax 0 for 2 on the power play. The Bandits 1 for 1.
Big teams really need to mind their P's and Q's today, guys. With the dead ball foul, we already saw the call on Sweeting, and JT was letting the refs know they better call all of those if they're going to call them on Bryce Sweeting as well as the Halifax players today.
Second power play opportunity for Buffalo. Here's Dane Smith with a shot that hit the left side of Warren Hill. Picked up by Halifax in a shorthanded opportunity as they come across the Buffalo restraining line from the near side. Scott Campbell showing his defensive prowess.
Showing that 4-3 speed there, John.
Right, Cody Jamieson tipping the ball, and that is blocked in front. As Sean Evans trying to get something together, and something's going to leave a mark, but hang on, do we have a stoppage in play?
Illegal substitution call coming up here.
Halifax bench minor penalty, illegal substitution.
And now Buffalo will have a 2-man advantage. Still 1:08 left in the cross-checking penalty to Tyson Bell.
Thanks, Steve.
Great crowd on hand here this afternoon celebrating Native American Heritage Day, the Creators Game. And as former Bandits coach Darius Kilgore would underline it, the little brother of war, score!
The Bandits going to work with their 4-on-3 power play. Steve Priolo just playing deep safety in case a shot were to go wide. And Dane Smith starts working down toward the crease and brings the defender with him. He kicks it over to Josh Byrne. Catch and shoot for Byrne. A 3-goal lead for Buffalo. We thought we might see a little bit more of a low-scoring game, but with all the power play opportunities and how hot Buffalo's power play is, already 6 goals just a minute into the second quarter for the Bandits. And I believe that's 5 points for Dane Smith on 6 goals.
5 points officially for Dane Smith so far in this game, and we're just in the opening minutes of quarter number 2. Buffalo with the 3-goal lead, 6-3. Scrambling for the ball out of his own zone and down the left wing lane is Kyle Buchanan. He's got an open one. Here's Buchanan, quick stick, score!
Nope, Warren Hill might have saved that. I think Warren Hill got across and just made a 10-bell save for the Thunderbirds on the backdoor quick stick. What a save by Hill.
Read that one perfectly. Halifax with the ball. Outside the Buffalo restraining line is Sean Evans. He's down at left in pursuit. Anderson, there's a low shot. Right side, score!
Matt Vince immediately talking to the defenders about missing a slide there. That was a really funky shot, a twister to the short side. A huge shorthanded goal for Halifax. First special teams goal they have. Bryce Sweeting doing everything he can to keep his stick on Keogh. That's Keogh's second goal right on the crease. Great move, and what a goal by Stephen Keogh. Look at him box out and hold his stick out so he gives a target for the pass. And yeah, he should celebrate that goal because that was a beautiful goal.
Anything to help in the special teams of Halifax, and a shorthanded goal will stoke the flames and bring the club within 2 of tying it up. Good effort by Stephen Keogh. Max Adler batted down on the turf for that one, but managing to get the ball. Steve, he's doing a great job against Dick Withers, who came into this afternoon's game 71% effective, winning the draws.
Adler holding his own, and Buchanan getting a loose ball on the offensive side of the floor, which he's so good at.
Speaking of Kyle Buchanan, he was trying to coach Adler a little bit on some of the techniques Withers does on his faceoffs.
Buffalo knocking on the door. Nanticoke's shot going wide. Rebound, Smith. No time left on the shot clock, and leaving it back into the far corner. 32 seconds left in the illegal substitution call for Halifax. Fennell going back outside the line to Sean Evans, who will direct traffic and come across the Buffalo restraining now from left from the slot area, leaving it down into the corner. That's picked up.
Holding penalty coming up here to Buffalo.
There's a shot over the shoulder by Keogh, saved by Matt Vince. And the boys are calling a tight one today.
Thank you. Yeah.
Sorry, John. Keogh's getting held out front, looking for the pass. Ian McKay going to be called for holding here.
Yeah. We'll get him to fix it at halftime. It's the best I can do. Okay, man?
Buffalo penalty number 4, 2 minutes holding the stick.
That's
so playing 4-on-4 for 5 seconds, and then Halifax will go back on a power play, something, Steve, they need to try to improve on.
Yeah, and Buffalo, this will be the first power play they haven't scored on going back a few weeks when these 5 seconds come off the board. But you're right, Halifax will have to get the power play going to get back into this game. Only down 2, but so far the power play unable to score for Halifax.
Again, coming into this afternoon's game, ranked 14th overall. Only managed 3 power play goals a couple of weekends ago when they had a back-to-back schedule. Jamieson Keyhole, far side. Blocked by Buffalo's defense, and it's cleared down the left wing boards over to Steve Priolo, who trots back out through center. And down, crossing the restraining line, leaves the pass to a running shot by Clinching. That's just to the left side of Hill. And the rebound picked up by Buffalo.
Fresh 30 to take off the penalty here. Good save by Hill. Buffalo gets another loose ball. Could kill more penalty clock.
This is second quarter action. Buffalo with a 6-4 lead over Halifax. And the Bandits with the ball. Time ticking down on the penalty to Ian McKay. Fraser with it, leaving it into traffic. Scoots to the left side of Hill. Fields it and then gets it back out to center and running along the line. It's Tyson Bell. Good shot straight on. Saved by Matt Vince. Rebound picked up by Buffalo. Here comes a foot race. Along with Steve Priolo and Matt Spanger. And Priolo will take some more time off just outside the restraining line. Another penalty coming up, this time against Halifax.
Might be another legal substitution. Steve Priolo bringing it up in transition. I think the Thunderbirds are trying to get off the bench.
Yeah, the whole Bandit bench was calling that one, guys.
There's a low drive by Nanakoke. Comes back out to center, and things will stop with 10 minutes and 31 seconds remaining. Quarter number 2, Buffalo 6, Halifax 4. And another call coming up in this game.
It's important, John, with the speed that Priolo's going up the floor with. Halifax caught cheating a little bit, trying to cut off that transition. Second time they've had an illegal substitution call. And now at 19 seconds, Buffalo will head back to the power play.
4 on 4 for the next 17.
13 seconds, playing 4 on 4. For Buffalo's power play goes back into effect. At fourth one so far this afternoon. Dane Smith powering his way, lost the ball. And it's picked up by Graham Hossack down the right wing boards and across the restraining line of Buffalo. Bandits back to full strength. Officially working with their man advantage. Good time taken off by Sean Evans for the Thunderbirds back behind the Buffalo net. Letting that clock run down. Now Evans sneaking out, looking for the shot. Hit the goal post left side of Vince. Rebound jumps out. That's picked up by Eric Fennell. He comes across the line. 4 players on the Halifax roster from Ohio State University.
That's the Ohio State University.
The Ohio State University. Evans from the deep corner, bleed out in front. Shot! Score! Eric Fennell's second shorthanded goal for the Halifax.
John, we mentioned it, Halifax power play struggling a little bit, but that's their second goal with a man down. And this opportunity afforded by Sean Evans hitting the crossbar and Halifax coming up with the loose ball, taking some time off the clock, and then Fennell able to cut in and score here across the crease. Halifax now down 1. Still a minute to go in the penalty, but another huge shorthanded goal for the Thunderbirds.
So Eric Fennell, whose dad played for the Buffalo Bandits back in the day, collecting some points this afternoon. 4th season overall. He was on the all-rookie team when he started his career in the NLL. Look at this battle out at center between Jake Withers and Max Adler. Looking to try to pop it free. There's a rugby scramble now.
It'll be Halifax ball after the break.
Good press by Adler. 9 minutes, 10 seconds remaining. Quarter number 2. Buffalo with a 1-goal lead, 6-5.
Sorry, Coach.
No, that's all right. You guys got to invest in some wireless.
Time now for a round of Mad Minute presented by UBMC Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. I'm here with Evan in section 120. Evan, where are you from? North College, that's a drive. And how do you think the 10-1 Bandits are playing? Good.
9:10 to go in the first half. Bandits lead Halifax 6-5. Here with Halifax coach Mike Kersey. And Mike, you said this week your offense needed to show a little more urgency, and it seems like they did that coming back from 6-3 now to get back within a goal.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a game of runs, and right now we're on a run, so we're just going to keep battling and keep scoring on our opportunities.
Refs are calling it a close game. This might come down to who's got the better power play this afternoon.
Yeah, it's been a lot of power shorts here so far, so hopefully refs put their whistles away and let us play.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks.
Back to you guys.
17 years in the National Lacrosse League. Started his pro career with the Syracuse Smash. Traded to Buffalo, wore number 44. Played with the Bandits 2000 to 2004. Then a couple of more seasons, 2008 to 2010. 207 goals. He was an all-star team member in 2004. What a popular player he was for Buffalo. Number 44, Mike Kersey, doing a great job as a head coach. And with these Halifax Thunderbirds, 8-3 on the season, coming into this afternoon's game. Juggling the lineup the way they have the last couple of weeks, looks like it might be paying off dividends. Dane Smith with the ball, top of the slot, back over to Josh Byrne. Back to Smith with a shot that's blocked into traffic. Great play by Graham Hosick. Out of the box, Terafico is there, but Hosick elects to go to the far side with a shot straight on by Austin Shanks. That'll be Buffalo's ball back out to center.
That was Kevin Burnell in pursuit, able to get a stick on that shot to force it to go high. Good play to check that stick from behind by Kevin Burnell.
Good moves by Connor Fields. Shot straight on. Hill comes up with the save. Breakout now for Buffalo, or for the Thunderbirds. Tyson Bell straight in, scores. Tyson Bell with his third goal of the season, and we have a tie game at 6.
That's the second or third time Tyson Bell has gotten out in transition. This time he ends up with a clean-cut breakaway. He was able to take off as soon as Buffalo took the shot. A good job by Warren Hill to not give up a rebound. And you see Bell check his left there just to see how much room he has to make sure he's not going to get checked from behind. And Ethan O'Connor unable to catch up to him. Great shot by Tyson Bell. And from 6-3, it's back to 6-6.
72 games with Calgary. Welcome addition to Halifax coming into this year's team. And has tied this one up at 6 here in the second quarter of play. Dane Smith with the ball down to the left wing side, inside the zone. Nice connection pass to Connor Fields, forced into the corner. Drawing some players out. Now elects to go back over to Smith. Smith getting a couple of swats here and there, hanging on to the ball. 3 seconds left to shoot. There's a drive that's blocked off the side of Scott Campbell and picked up by the Thunderbirds, and out they come to center. Campbell holds up shop right there. Nice feed pass across the line. Low drive, score! Dawson Theed, 7-6 Thunderbirds.
A 4-goal run now for the Thunderbirds. They take the lead 7-6. Dawson Theed off the bench. Cuts to the middle, catches the pass, spins around, shoots low. That's a bouncer. Hits low in front of Vince and bounces up top, it looks like. What a great shot by Dawson Theed. Look at this turn, just kind of scoop it. Didn't bounce, just a low to high shot. I apologize. But another goal for Dawson Theed. And as Coach Kersey said, they're on a run and the run continues.
9th goal of the season for Theed. Again, came over from Panther City Lacrosse. Second as a Thunderbird in his first official game this afternoon. Proudly wearing the colors, and the Thunderbirds knocking on the door again. Stabilizing is Kehoe with 2, looking for 3. Shoveling move, leaving it back over to Eric Fennell. Now back to the far corner it goes. Shanks is there. Now to the right wing side to Cody Jameson's got the line, takes the shot, he scores! Threading the needle, Cody Jameson already passing his 800th career point and collecting more here this afternoon.
Matt Vince frustrated with himself that this shot beats him. Nobody able to get out to Jameson, but Vince had a good look at that shot, and it looks like Vince cheats to his right just a little bit. right there. And Jamison threads the needle to Vince's left. I would think it's safe to say that Cody Jamison knows Matt Vince quite well.
Yes.
And might have known that he could bait him into a far side shot and then take it to the near side. And a 2-goal lead for Halifax as their run is up to 5 goals.
Putting it on display now with a low drive. Vince gets the save. Rebound high along the netting. That'll go to Halifax side with a fresh 30 down in the Bandit zone. Cody Jamison, helper on the first score of the game, and now finding net on his own as Thied gets it back out to center from the far side. Right wing pass over to Dawson Thied, looking for a low drive in front. Buffalo's defense pressing hard, but Halifax looking for an opportunity, and the shot goes wide by Fennell and cleared back out to center. Stolen by the Thunderbirds. Austin Shanks comes across the line, draws a double, leaves it into the corner. In desperation, 1 second left on the shot clock, and that'll be cleared back out at center. And Steve, Buffalo will have to tune it up here with their offensive attack.
Yeah, and Buffalo got away with one there because Justin Robinson was unable to scoop the loose ball. Should have been Buffalo's possession going the other way. Halifax came up with it, and Buffalo's got to stop the run here. You're right, John.
8-6 Halifax. Nanticoke couldn't hang on to it, retrieves it back. Plenty of time left on the shot clock. Nanticoke with a shot. Rebound jumps out in front, and the Birds are there and will get it out of their own zone with 5:40 remaining in quarter number 2. Cleared by former Bandit David Brock. Will leave it over the line. Clark Peterson now leaving it back into the far corner. Looking for an open lane is Sean Evans. Still hanging onto the ball. Nice feed pass. And good playmaking by the Thunderbirds. Feed out in front. Low drive. Kehoe stopped by Matt Vince on the rebound. Picked up by Buffalo. And they'll charge back out at center. Weiss is there at left. Low drive. Sweeting. Wide. Rebound back out at center. Picked up by Buffalo. Shot clock continues to tick away on the Bandits. Good opening shot. Pass by Priolo to Fraser. Here's Fraser shooting the ball. That's tipped off the side of Jake Withers, and that will stop the clock with 4 minutes and 50 seconds remaining. Quarter number 2. Halifax on a roll. 8-6 on ESPN+. Everybody is game day ready here in Buffalo, and you can do the same. Shop your favorite team's jerseys and merchandise. You can head to NLLshop.com to get all your National Lacrosse League and team gear today. Congratulations to the Buffalo Bandits 2022 Native American Scholarship winner, Maya Miller. She's currently pursuing her master's degree of literacy in development at Elmira College, where she carries a 3.9 GPA. Congratulations, Maya. Back to action. Buffalo with a shot straight on. Clinching, point blank range. Stopped by Hill. Rebound scrambled from the left point. Bounces over the glass and into the crowd. And it will be Halifax ball.
Much to the chagrin of Dane Smith, who's arguing that they knocked it out of play. Thunderbirds, that is. But to no avail in his asking the referee to change his mind.
Most recent goal scorer Tyson Bell leaving the ball. The fresh forwards from the bench. Pass goes errant, and it's picked up by Matt Vince, who comes out of his front porch and leaves it back out to center. And down the left wing lane is Nick Weiss. Shuffling move over to Chase Fraser. Goes far side over to Clinching. He'll hang on to that one. Back to Fraser with a drive, and Hill comes up with a save. The rebound picked up by Halifax. Ryan Terafrinco using the turf to get a left wing pass across the line and allow Halifax to set up shop down in the Bandit zone, leading it 8-6 with 3 minutes and 40 seconds remaining here in this first half.
During that last timeout, guy Steve Dietrich telling the Buffalo defense, settle down. They've got things covered, nothing to worry about right now.
Shot straight on. Vince making the save. The rebound picked up by Buffalo, and here's a dash for the Bandits, and across the line is Fraser. Fraser with the shot goes wide, takes a hit after that shot, slow in getting up, but manages to refuel and get his senses and back to the Buffalo bench. But meanwhile, knocking on the door, the Thunderbirds. Loose ball out at center. Weiss couldn't handle it. It's picked up by the Thunderbirds, and they'll recalibrate down into the Bandit zone, leading it 8-6. Penalty coming up against the Bandits. Extra attacker ready to come out. Shot goes wide. Jamison is there. Settles everybody down from the top of the slot, tipping it back over to Dawson Theed, leaving it out in front. Shot straight on by Fennell. Save by Matt Vince. Scramble for the rebound to the right side along the end boards. And now a few pushes and shoves and some palm sandwiches erupt. And another penalty, this one coming up against the Bandits. So a big power play opportunity for the Thunderbirds.
Bandits are squeezing their sticks a little bit. That shot about a minute ago off the crossbar comes all the way out to midfield. Nick Weiss couldn't pick it up cleanly. And now they'll be shorthanded.
Buffalo number 20, minor penalty, check from behind.
Halifax 0 for 3 so far on the power play with 4 shots. Have scored 2 shorthanded goals, so they have showed up in the special teams department. But the power play has yet to find the net. They'll try to keep this run going with the power play goal here, the Thunderbirds.
Talking about Buffalo squeezing the sticks, Steve, they haven't scored a goal since just past the opening minute of this quarter.
The 13:57 mark of quarter 2, if I remember correctly.
Here come the Thunderbirds down into the Bandit zone from the top of the slot, near side. Now back over to Jamison. Jamison, a low drive. That one hard by Eric Fennell, saved by Matt Vince. He sealed that one nicely. Scramble for the ball continues. A lot of pushing and shoving, and it looks like another penalty coming up, and this time against the Bandits. Yes.
Keogh got hit from behind. Pushed into the boards. Glad to see he's okay. He had to pop up.
Hill goes to the bench. The extra attacker is out. Shot straight on, and Vince makes the save. And Bandits paying the price and spending more time than they want to in the penalty box, and we'll get the official call on this one.
Before 2-minute quarter.
Little bump from behind sends Keogh head first in, but not much contact there. Bandits fans unhappy with the call. Sweeting just trying to stick check him. Now they're 2 men short for 1:20.
Jamison with the ball, leaving it back over to the far side from the corner. Good setup and twirl by the Thunderbirds. Quick stick shot was set up, intended for Clark Peterson, but a good save by Matt Vince, and the ball comes all the way back out at center, and here come the Bandits. 2 men down, and Priolo sets up shop just outside the restraining line of the Thunderbirds. They lead this game 8-7 with 1:25 remaining. Or check that, 8-6 with 1:22 remaining now here in the first half. Shorthanded opportunity for Clinching. Hangs onto the ball, watches the shot clock now at 5. End of the line is Dane Smith with a long drive. Rebound picked up by Tyson Bell. He'll get it out of his own zone as the two-man advantage continues down into Buffalo territory. Sean Evans is there. Eric Fennell sets up shop as well to the right. Jamison will quarterback the power play. Evans goes with a shot. Rebound comes back out and fielded by Graham Hosick. Back over to Cody Jamison. Fennell with a shot and a beautiful save by Matt Vince.
Huge save by Matt Vince. That ball, that's exactly why Graham Hosick is set up playing center field in case the shot goes wide. And it ends up being a little scrambly for the Buffalo penalty kill, but a great save by Vince, and the Bandits get a player back.
Under a minute to play here in the first half. Buffalo ticking more time off accordingly. Tehoka Nanticoke with it from the slot area, looking for it along with Josh Byrne, who takes the shot. Byrne a little slow in getting up as well. And with 13.4 seconds remaining, a timeout called, and that will be Micah Kersey's call to dial up yet another play. Bryce Sweeting sits into that box. We'll have a couple of seconds to do as such for the third quarter of play. As Steve Dietrich, the general manager and defensive coordinator, talking to his troops as well. In a game that looked like all Buffalo for a while, but Steve, Halifax came back strong. We're looking for somebody to have the identification of the offense, and they've got it.
Yeah, they have a nice 5-goal run going here. This is such a pivotal part of the game because if Halifax scores, they keep the run alive. They score a power play goal. They go into the half on a 6-goal run. If Buffalo can stop them from scoring, it's like, hey, we killed a two-man penalty. We were short 2 men for almost a full 2 minutes. They could build on that going into the second half. If they keep them off the scoreboard, for all intents and purposes, they killed off both penalties.
Stephen Kehoe with 2 goals and 2 assists in the closing seconds. Sean Evans with 4 assists already, and again Cody Jamison the goal and 2 assists, and he collected his 800th career point in the first goal scored by Halifax back in the first quarter of play. Another knock on the door to the right side of Matt Vince. So let the time knock out.
Buffalo had a chance at that empty net. They had time to score on the scoop. And as we said, Buffalo does a good job of keeping Halifax off the score sheet on the 2-man advantage. We'll see if that's a building block for them going into the second half.
Coming up, guaranteed rate halftime report. We're going to hear from Pat Gregoire, Teddy Jenner, and Devin about the goings on and who's ready for the playoffs in the NLL. That's Devin Caney. And also we'll have first half highlights and more from the afternoon game here in Buffalo in the celebration of Native American Heritage Day, the Creators Game.
What's that?
Let's go down to Dave Buchanan.
Thanks, guys. Here with Kyle Buchanan. Kyle, some rare adversity here at home. What's the message to the team here at the half? Try and get things turned around and get back in this game.
Well, I think we got off to a good start. I think we need to get back to that. It was a bit of a scramble, jungle ball at the end there. Penalties, transition, things like that, and that's really, not our game. We play a good 5-on-5 game in both ends, and we need to get back to that.
Bucky, thanks. Good luck in the second half.
Thanks so much.
Guys.
Thank you, Bucky and Bucky. Let's go to halftime. But first, this time out here from Buffalo. Take a look at the score. 8-6 Halifax. They're on a roll. Halftime, everybody, from KeyBank Center in downtown Buffalo as we approach the final stretch of the regular season. Halftime, everybody, from KeyBank Center in downtown Buffalo. As we approach the final stretch of the regular season, Pat Gregoire, Teddy Jenner, and Devin Caney discuss who they believe is primed for a deep playoff run on this special halftime edition of Coast to Coast.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to Coast. Teddy Jenner, Pat Gregoire. Guys, let's get into it. I want to get your take on which teams are ready right now. If the playoffs were to start this weekend, which teams would succeed and which would fail? Teddy, let's start with you.
I've been on this train since day one. The San Diego Seals are all in to win a ship for Brody Merrill. They have been doing everything they can to make sure that this team is primed and poised to make a very deep run. Yes, they bring in Brett Hickey, but that kind of takes away from the fact of how well this defense is playing. It's not smoke and mirrors. Frank Chilano leads league in goals against and save percentage. Yes, they have Brody Merrill, Cam Holding, Eli Goldberg, but you'd probably say the rest of the defense is almost a no-name defense. They just go out, bring their lunch pails, bring their hard hats, and get the job done. This team is starting to get healthy. They're starting to continue to play with confidence, and Patrick Merrill has them believing that they have what it takes to get all the way to the finals and finally win that championship for the greatest of all time at his craft, and that's Brody Merrill.
All right, I'm going to piggyback right off you, and I'm going to take the Buffalo Bandits here for a playoff-ready team. We've seen them in the playoffs in recent years. We've seen them with their 10-1 record this season. They're absolutely dominant on the floor. I don't see how you can choose any other team aside from the Bandits as the one team in the league that is primed to go right now.
You said, how can you not pick anyone but the Buffalo Bandits? And I agree with you. It is the Buffalo Bandits. And from top to bottom, there are next to no holes. Offensively, anyone can go off any night. Yes, it's Dane Smith that is the straw that stirs that drink. But they have so many other weapons. Josh Byrne, Connor Fields, Chris Clinching, Dogananico, Kyle Buchanan. The names go on. Chase Fraser. On defense, though, that's where they're pretty underrated. They're fast. They're strong. They're mean. And how much does that mean when it comes to postseason? You got to play a little bit tougher, and we know they can do that out the back door. But the X factor for me, the GOAT, Matt Fitz. I mean, come on. If you had one goalie to pick to win 1 or 2 games for you in the clutch, I have a hard time not picking this guy. He's the best goalie to ever play the game. And not only is this team poised for a championship this year, this is a team that could potentially go on a dynasty run. But let's not go too quick yet. It's got to start with one first, but I think this could be the year to do it.
That would definitely be incredible. We have 7 short weeks until the playoffs actually begin. Guys, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you, everybody. First half highlights coming up next. celebration of the Creators Game today here from Buffalo, Native American Heritage Day, a game that was developed by the Native Americans in the Algonquin territory back in the 1300s and came on strong over the years, and the box game developed as well. And so far, Steve Berman, we've got a pretty exciting box game with the Buffalo Bandits and Halifax Thunderbirds, and Thunderbirds on a roll.
Yeah, maybe a little more high scoring than we expected coming in. 14 goals already in the first half. Buffalo did a good job opening up a 3-goal lead, but the Thunderbirds have gotten hot of late.
Matter of 14 minutes and 57 seconds, they went quiet, and it turns over once at a time, a 6-3 lead. But here's the game's first goal. It's a beauty by Clinching.
Yeah, the first shot of the game goes in from Chris Cloutier, and the next goals after that all seem to come from outside. These high to low drives from way out by the restraining line. They happen to find a little bit of luck beating Warren Hill. Nice quick stick there by Connor Fields. But you see these high to low shots from outside. They haven't been able to take those shots recently.
Thunderbirds currently on a 5-goal run, and here's Cody Jamieson setting up the play right out in front. His 800th career point, Stephen Kehoe.
Yeah, 800 career points for Cody Jamieson, and Stephen Kehoe doing his work right down in front of the crease. Some impressive goals here for Halifax, but maybe more impressive, a 5-goal run after Buffalo came out and scored in the first minute of the second quarter. They haven't scored since, as you mentioned, and a big 5-goal run, as Coach Accursi talked about, turned the tide of this game.
How about threading the needle? Cody Jamieson collecting the points this afternoon here at the KeyBank Center. Let's set the stage for quarter number 3. Stick with us. I'll tell you, it's a big one. I didn't realize 14 goals being scored so far. How many by the end? Halifax on a 5-goal run coming into quarter number 3 with the 8-6 lead. Steve, other numbers.
Yeah, shots on goal. Halifax with a hefty lead, maybe some due to those 5 power plays. But unfortunately for the Thunderbirds, 0 for 5 on the power play, a 2-goal lead, maybe because of those 2 big shorthanded goals.
Let's go down to Dave Buchanan.
Here with Cody Jamieson. Cody, your coach said the offense needed to show some urgency this week, and you guys did that, battling back out of that 6-3 hole in the first half.
Yeah, I think it's no secret, our offense goes through these, quarters, parts of quarters where we have trouble finding the back of the net. We kind of went through that, but we battled our way through it. Hopefully we can keep doing that.
I noticed during halftime you were watching the Indigenous dancers we had here on Native American Heritage Day. On top of the Every Child Matters cause you're a big part of. Just great being to honor this great game and the great people that created it this afternoon here in Buffalo.
Yeah, great initiative by Buffalo. I'm happy that, they always do something awesome for our communities, and so tonight's no different, or today's no different. I want to thank the Bandits, and it's awesome to be a part of this.
Thanks, Chamber. Good luck.
Thanks,
guys.
Cody Jamieson, a goal and 2 assists coming into the second half of play. Stephen Kehoe, 2 goals, 2 assists. Sean Evans with 4 assists. Eric Fennell, 2 goals and an assist, and Dawson Thede, newly acquired from Panther City, a couple of goals for the youngster. And Tyson Bell also finding net to fuel the Thunderbirds' 8-6 lead over the Bandits. Here we go with the start of the third quarter of play. Fresh from the box is Bryce Sweeting. So 5 on 5 to get things going here in the second half, and in over the line from the Thunderbirds. That led by Clark Peterson. Score! How about Dawson Thede?
For the second time this game, Dawson Thede off the bench, comes right to the middle of the floor, finds some prime real estate, catches, has time to wind up and fire. Weiss a little bit late getting out to him, and the run continues. It's now up to a 6-goal run for the Thunderbirds. Dawson Thede putting his mark on this game with a hat trick.
16 seconds into this third quarter of play, and the youngster finishing a hockey ski season, and also a chance to show his scoring expertise, which he has done right now. Give the Thunderbirds a 3-goal lead just in the opening moments of this second half. Keep us up to date in the chatter, Dave Buchanan, between the benches of what's happening respectively, not only with the Bandits but Thunderbirds. If you're within an earshot, while Sean Evans dials his shot on. Rebound is picked up by Thede, who comes back out of the far corner. Now to the near side to Stephen Kehoe, looking for a hat trick. That goes over to Peterson. Back over to Thede, who's got a pretty good sight location there at 6'4". You can see over some of these players, and the ball hitting the netting. It will be Halifax ball and a reset of the 30 as they lead this game 9-6. Early goes at quarter number 3. Coming out of the traffic area, getting it down to the near side over to Sean Evans. Evans with a nifty move, taking a shot that's blocked into traffic off the shoulder of Ian Lord, but it's picked up and recovered by Evans. Far side shot. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Saved by Matt Vince. Comes out for a little bit of trot, and all over him is Peterson, and Evans. Matt Vince tries to find an opening, which he does, over to Ian McKay, and now to a running Josh Byrne.
It's important for Buffalo to come up with that ball because Halifax had 3 straight possessions.
What a save off a shot by Dehoka Nanako. Warren Hills reading that one beautifully. Bandits at one time, if you just joined us, jumped out to a 6-3 lead. But now Halifax on a 6-goal run. 9-6 the score. In over the line from the near side is Austin Shanks. Got an opening. Looks to hang on to things while Buffalo coming up yet with another penalty. Low drive. Matt Vince makes the save. Rebound is Shanks from behind the net. Resets the shot clock. The extra attacker is out. Halifax again coming up with a power play. There's a diving shot saved by Matt Vince as the net goes off its moorings, and the play will stop, and yet another penalty coming up against the Bandits.
Priolo will go for cross-checking. Halifax 0 for 5 on the power play. 8 shots on goal. They're leading by 3, though. Despite not scoring a power play goal, they have a 3-goal lead in the game. And if you're Buffalo, you've got to stay out of the box. You don't want to tempt fate, even if they are 0 for 5 on the power play.
Quarterbacking the power play from the top of the slot is Sean Evans. Deep into the corner is Cody Jamieson. Leaves it back behind the net. Feeding it out in front over to Austin Shanks. He's forced back just to the line, and there's a drive by Evans, saved by Matt Vince, resetting the shot clock. Shanks will work it from the top of the slot, goes to the far side to Jamieson. That's blocked by Bryce Sweeting. Shanks gets it again to Jamieson, back to Shanks, near side Peterson. Far side, quick stick shot, saved by Matt Vince, and the ball retrieved by Kevin Brunel. And finished off out at center by Nick Weiss, who finds an opening over to Dane Smith, who comes in all alone to the Halifax zone, retreats back out to center, and waits for the penalty kill team to join him here in this third quarter of play, where Halifax leads it 9-6. Byrne with the ball from the top of the slot, looking for a shorty. He's double teamed on the play. Loose ball out on the floor. That is scooped up by Jake Withers. And he'll dash out at center and set up the play for the Thunderbirds right at the Buffalo line. 47 seconds left in the penalty to Steve Priolo. Over the line is Austin Shanks. A right wing pass over to Cody Jamieson. He'll await the other forwards to get into position to set up this power play for the Nighthawks. Left side of Matt Vince hitting the rubber. The bouncing ball finds it with Ethan O'Connor coming in with Ian McKay. Here's McKay with a shot. He scores!
A huge goal for the Bandits. Short-handed in transition. Halifax was going to be called for an illegal substitution again. We mentioned earlier, John, the speed of Buffalo forcing the Thunderbirds to get off the bench a little early to try to take away transition. And Ian McKay showing off the wheels. The last time he had to check up and shoot from outside. This time able to come all the way down to the crease. And it has to feel like a huge weight off the shoulders of the Bandits. And they get in on the shorthanded goal scoring as well.
Stopping the 6-goal run by Halifax and getting back on the scoreboard since way back on the start of the second quarter of play. 13 minutes and 57 seconds. They were without a goal that in the second quarter of play, and now on the scoreboard shorthanded. The 9th shorthanded goal scored against the Halifax Thunderbirds. Watch this power play now as they set it up. Jamieson taming everybody along with Evans. 2 fine players. There's a quick stick shot, saved by Matt Vince. He just read that one beautifully. And long outlet pass, the connection is made. Into the line is Buchanan with a shot. High over the crossbar, rebound Buffalo. Nanticoke has got it, leaves it down into the near corner. He's checked along the board, still hanging on, double teamed on the play, and then jammed into the boards. Scramble for the ball, whether Nanticoke still has it, as we've got quite a traffic jam down into the near corner. And finally the play is called, and Nanticoke still has the ball.
Fans immediately wanting the penalty call when Nanticoke took the bump in the same corner that Keogh took the bump in. Halifax falls to 0 for 6 on the power play. Buffalo scoring a shorthanded goal here, and now Buffalo's power play unit will go to work.
Here's the call by Todd LeBranche.
Halifax 68, minor penalty, illegal cross-check.
Trevor Smith, the guilty one for Halifax.
Gertz, you talk about chatter, and the Bandits bench has woken up here. It's been about as chatty as it's been in a while for the Buffalo team after that goal by Ian McKay.
Buffalo 2 for 4 on the power play, 3 shots. Worth noting, Halifax 2 shorthanded goals, though, with Buffalo having the man advantage.
Here's Dane Smith back behind the net. Diving shot! Nope.
Wow.
It's like he'll
Tavares back to pass.
Pushing that net up, and there is a nice toss by John Tavares. Dave Buchanan, you were field side on that one, and I believe that is at least a 45-yard throw.
He keeps beating his record, John, every time it gets farther past that center face-off circle.
What do you see? I never see the ball go in the net, and he's laying in the crease. So
you can hear the officials here.
I didn't see it go in clean. Okay.
Hear him say, I didn't see it go in.
If you're new to the game, watching it this afternoon, each coach gets 2 challenges. And we'll take a look at the overhead to see if the ball crosses the goal line in its entirety.
Not if it's a goal.
And looks like it from the top side. Depending on the positioning of Warren Hill. And the diving shot by Kyle Buchanan. We'll see if that white ball crossing the goal line there. And that's what Todd LaBranche will be taking a look at with the off-field officials.
Hard to tell if the ball completely crosses the goal line, because it's not the crossbar that we're looking at, it's the goal line, right? The ball has to be all the way across the goal line. And that overhead view, this is tight. The official was right on the crease. Great athletic play by Kyle Buchanan to try the dunk from behind the net.
That's going to be a good goal. Can't go to media.
You can hear the officials
good
there.
Stretching out shot.
You can hear the officials there say it's going to be a good goal. So we'll see if the official call is that. But
Here's
we can hear it.
After review, the ball crosses the line prior to the play dropping on the crease.
So a 2-goal run for the Bandits now. Exactly what they would have wanted coming out of the half.
We're just remarking on the arm of John Tavares. I know he played baseball, but we don't know if he's good about throwing the flag, and it's an all-time record.
I wonder
the
if
way
he throws
threw that flag.
If he throws it into the timekeeper's box where they review the call. That might be his new target. But another power play goal for Buffalo. Special teams come into play on both sides. The man short for Halifax and the power play for Buffalo.
That was a beautiful stretch by Kyle Buchanan on that one, and certainly finding the back of Warren Hill, who has been exceptional this afternoon. Both goaltenders meeting the challenges with perfect shots, and yeah, both of them would like to have a couple of goals back, but boy, when they're challenged, finding some pretty good shots on goal by the respective clubs. A little bit of a delay to make sure that the clock is in good working condition. They got to reset the 30 on the respective sides, not only behind Hill, but also behind Vince. 10th goal of the season for Buchanan. 6 4-point games coming into this afternoon's contest. And again, good job by Max Adler. However, it's picked up by Stephen Kehoe and right down into the Bandit zone. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. End of the line, Peterson now to the near side, tipping it back over to Kehoe. Far side pass. Deep from the far corner. Try to leave it out in front, but it's forced into the near Buffalo corner. Scramble for the ball continues. 2 Halifax players there, 2 Bandits players there. Justin Robinson tries to kick it along, as does Bryce Sweeting. This is third quarter action. A 1-goal game. Halifax is the Bandits have jumped back with 2 unanswered goals. 17 goals scored so far this afternoon. Get all the breaking NLL news and the updates and stories and more right into your inbox. You can sign up for the NLL newsletter today by going to NLL.com. John Gertler, Steve Bermel, Dave Buchanan with you this afternoon. Franklin Heinzman, our director on radio. Dave Tappa, our director on television. Scott Fleetwood is our statistician and working all the science with the dials and controls. Tom Maddie never ceases to amaze me. Good stats by Halifax before we started up again. Sean Evans with 4 assists. Chris Boosie with a couple of assists. Peterson with 2. Stephen Kehoe 2 and 2. Eric Fennell with a couple of goals and an assist. And Dawson Thied with a hat trick. Welcome to the Halifax Thunderbirds. They lead it 9-8 here in the third quarter. In over the line is Fields. Far side pass over to Dane Smith. He'll leave it into the corner to Nanacoke doing a twirl. Here's Nanacoke with a shot. He scores!
What a quick move by Tehoka Nanacoke. This is a very quick spin for a big man. He's able to make a very quick spin as he makes room for himself out in front. Dane Smith was looking across the crease, but nobody was there, so he goes down low to Tehoka. Look at the speed of that turn. That's how he gives himself the room to make that play. A quick jab step with the left foot, turns around, sets himself free. Wow, what an athletic play by Tehoka Nanacoke. And we are tied with Buffalo on a 3-goal run.
Went into beast mode and took quite a swat in the head while scoring that goal. Here's a break for Buffalo, straight in, a shot on! Kyle Buchanan again, fine job by Max Adler scraping that ball and getting it out into the playable area and setting up Kyle Buchanan.
Warren Hill saved that, and that rebound went about 100 feet in the air. Great save by Hill.
Here come the Thunderbirds. Kehoe looking for a hat trick. He's double, triple teamed on the play, still hanging on to it, and then stolen, and here come the Bandits out of the own zone. Pushing and shoving erupting while the play develops just outside the restraining line of the Thunderbirds. In over the line is Fields, now to Dane Smith. Smith hanging onto the ball from the right wing side. Using it back over the far side to Fraser. He'll plow his big frame in, goes behind the net to Nanacoke. A diving shot to the right side of Warren Hill. And then some extracurricular activity erupts.
Buffalo drew a penalty on that play. Fraser without his helmet on. So the good work there by Fraser. He had to get out of the crease before Tehoka could try the crease dive because Fraser was laid out in the crease. And I think Fraser might have drawn the penalty here since he went to the bench holding his helmet.
Tyson Bell not too happy about that call, and we'll get it officially by the referee.
Halifax penalty to number 94, Tyson Bell. 2 minutes for roughing. Bell, 2 minutes for roughing.
2 minutes for roughing, a power play for Buffalo.
Hey, see Fraser cutting in, takes a shot up high. And look at how quickly Fraser tried to scramble to get out of the crease. Bandits power play 3 for 5. 4 shots. Still worth noting Halifax a couple shorthanded goals, but the Bandits power play has been very good this afternoon.
Tied at 9 with the man advantage now here in the third. Trying to set up a quick stick, couldn't do it. Retrieving it from the near corner is Clinching, back over to Byrne. Byrne with a shot to the left side of Warren Hill, and that bounces all the way back out at mid. Over in back charge, and Thunderbirds will waste little time capturing the ball just outside Buffalo restraining line. And Micah Kersey, the head coach, will put his penalty kill team out there and maybe knock on the door with a couple of opportunities while peeling off time. Here in this third quarter, tied at 9. Austin Shanks with the ball, low drive, hit the turf. Rebound goes to the far side. Dawson Thied is there. He powers his big frame on 2 Buffalo defenders still hanging onto that ball. And will leave and let the time go out. And Buffalo will tune it up out of their own zone. Nick Weiss, who was the heavyweight player of the game back on mid-March with the Bandits' big win over Philadelphia, leaves the ball out at center. And here comes Dane Smith along with Josh Byrne. Back to Smith. Over to Fraser. Lost control of the ball. That's scooped up by Graham Hossack, and he'll work it back out to midfield. Look at the stride of Graham Hossack there. 3-time Defensive Player of the Year. Tipping it back over to Boosie. That's picked up by Halifax and tipped back outside the line. Doing a fine job of peeling more time off Tyson Bell's penalty. 9-9 the score here in the third. Sean Evans watching the shot clock. He will draw everybody into position while Steve Friolo covers things from the front.
What a defensive
Kehoe shut down there.
What a defensive set by Justin Martin there. Knocks the ball away from Sean Evans. Sean Evans goes to scoop a loose ball. Justin Martin checks his stick again. So good work there by Justin Martin to stop Evans from just ragging out the clock.
Thunderbirds are back to full strength as Bell goes right into formation. Buffalo's got the ball down in the zone of Halifax. Fields with a low drive. Nice save by Warren Hill. Outlet pass down the left wing lane and dashing right to the line. In over they go. Colton Armstrong leaving it back over to Clark Peterson. Will hang on to it. We'll get everybody into position. Doing a nice job out there as well as David Brock trying to do some picking while the ball, a shoveling move by Feed, forces Vince to come up with a fine save. He's a sneaky player.
Yeah, he's looked really good with the ball in his stick. That was a nifty little shot. Vince was up to it, though, makes the save. Robinson comes up with the rebound, and the ball goes the other way.
Tied at 9. Byrne is there, scores!
Josh Byrne cuts to the middle and on the run, able to beat Warren Hill from outside. This one looks like it beats Warren Hill on the right side, not necessarily as low as they found success from the outside, but yet another outside shot, able to beat Warren Hill. Great move on the run by Byrne to beat Warren Hill over the right shoulder. And now a 4-goal run for Buffalo has given them the lead.
Second goal of the game for Josh Byrne. And Buffalo back with the lead. One time had a 6-3 lead, only to see that evaporate after the great play of the Thunderbirds in the second quarter. Take a 2-goal lead at the halftime. And then continue the goal run with 6 before Buffalo getting on the board and building their run right now. 10-9 Buffalo. Looking to make it 11 with McKay in over the line. Tried to set up a running Dane Smith. Frustrated on that he couldn't get the ball. And here comes Halifax as it's opened up there a little bit in the closing moments of quarter number 3. Evans, far pass deep into the corner. Running along the line is Jamison. Back to Evans, shooting the low ball. And Vince makes the save. However, the ball trickles over the line and the Thunderbirds score.
Matt Vince got almost all that one, and then he noticed it was loose underneath and tried to squat down on top of it. But that ball off the inside of his left foot bounces around a little bit and does trickle over the line. All the Thunderbirds stayed out of the crease. That one bounced and rolls in slowly. And Sean Evans able to stop the bleeding for Halifax to get them right back. And John, credit to both teams. Neither one of these teams will go away.
Yep.
It doesn't matter what run the other team is on. This is back and forth as it could be.
First goal of the afternoon for Sean Evans, his 11th of the regular season. And Evans with 4 assists so far. And here comes Stephen Kehoe looking to make a hat trick with a shot on. Vince making the save. The rebound picked up by Buffalo. Sean Evans scoring to tie this game up at 10.
John, that gives Sean Evans 51 career regular season goals against the Bandits. This is his 27th game against Buffalo. In 25 games with the Bandits, he scored 44 goals.
He knows this floor quite well. Dane Smith with the ball, tipping it back with 10 to shoot. Josh Byrne with a nifty move, shooting it, and a nice save by Warren Hill. Rebound along the near boards. It's tipped now into the near corner. Hill out of his own zone. He'll take a swap and hang on to that ball. And doing some nifty stick handling, losing his glove to boot. Buffalo's got the ball. Good confrontation won by Chris Clinching as Hill regains composure between the wickets and also his equipment. Dane Smith with the ball from the top of the slot, reading the play back over to Josh Byrne.
Hill has no glove on his stick hand.
There's a score!
Dave, that's a great point. Warren Hill's glove was all the way up at the restraining line. And if you're Buffalo, you got to be thinking, we got to get a shot off here, because if nothing else, the goaltender might just be thinking or overthinking it. You know how superstitious goalies can be in general, but also just that feeling of not having all your equipment on might weigh heavy. And Byrne able to take advantage with another outside shot. John, how many goals have we seen scored from the KeyBank Center logo by the Bandits?
There's the hat trick for Josh Byrne. And for the first time in the early goings of quarter number 3, Buffalo has regained the lead, now 11-10 with 3 minutes and 13 seconds left to play here in this third quarter. Bandits building that 6-3 lead in the second quarter and then went quiet for 13 plus minutes, only to see Halifax come back to take a 2-goal lead at halftime. And now Buffalo turning on the speed, score!
The transition game of the Bandits proving lethal. This time it's not Ian McKay, it's not anybody out the back door bringing it forward. This is a great outlet pass to DeHoka out the front door on the long change, no less, right? Bandits have the long change in this quarter, and DeHoka able to get free behind the defense, and he kind of fires this ball in. It wasn't really a finesse shot, that was a hard shot. Sorry, Dave.
No, Steve, I'm sorry. Mike and Kersey did throw a challenge flag.
So we'll check that out as well as we get a shot of DeHoka Nanticoke. Right now, second goal of the game, if that follows through. 27 seconds in between those goals. Buffalo known for the fact of scoring very quick goals, but
they want the challenge down at this end. They're saying that Sean's shot goes in. Okay. Was it
so
within
we can hear the
25?
officials, Halifax, saying that they think Sean Evans scored on Matt Vince in the prior possession. So we'll take a look all the way back. I was wondering if they were going to challenge Nanticoke's goal as if it didn't cross the goal line because it popped back out.
Hi there. Yeah, this is the one.
Halifax is challenging if they scored on this play.
Close, but didn't cross in its
doesn't
entirety.
look like
and
it.
I'm not sure. Dave Buchanan, from a rule book side, I know they have 35 seconds after a goal is scored, but isn't there a flush of 30 seconds that the coaching staff has?
You got me,
to
John.
throw that flag?
Yeah, I
know there's a variation there, and I would think that they would be very close on the amount of time that had elapsed from that shot as Buffalo made the retreat on the transition. I'm sure they were well within the frame, and certainly with the opportunity to throw their first challenge of the game as we get an overhead and straight in on the shot. It looked like it hit the goalpost, Steve, from the right side of Matt Vince and then trickled along the line, but didn't cross in its entirety.
Yeah, and the other thing to note here is if the ball doesn't go in right away, Evans does end up stepping in the crease too. We can't forget that part. And if that ball doesn't cross the goal line, DeHoka's goal has to count the other way.
Waiting with anticipation, and with the games being scheduled this evening, before we get the call, here it is.
Halifax was challenging the shot at this end, which does not cross the line. Therefore, we have no goal at this end.
So a 2-goal swing for the Bandits on one throw of the flag, because of course if Evans scores there, the Bandits goal would come off the board because it never would have happened. But a great transition goal for DeHoka, and the Bandits open up a 2-goal lead again.
Before we go to the opening faceoff, as I mentioned, with the other games being played this evening, and up the QEW to Hamilton, where the Rock will be hosting the Swarm, and hopefully, I don't want to say for sure, but I want to give a pre-congratulations to Dan Dawson as he will eclipse the number of all-time games played with 307, eclipsing John Tavares, who held that record for many, many seasons. He's also a couple of assists away from establishing the all-time assister record as Matt Vince does some scissoring up the ball and stopping things with 2 minutes and 35 seconds remaining of this wild third quarter. Buffalo with the lead by 2, 12-10 today on ESPN+. Rubber game coming up tomorrow afternoon in Halifax. Get your tickets now. 5 o'clock face-off time. Love to see you down there in Halifax. Only one more home game for the Thunderbirds before they finish out 4 on the road, and it's so important for them. And you know what? Good positioning for the Halifax Thunderbirds to have those 4 games on the road that creates that bonding and the closeness of the team, and an opportunity to gain points, not only the Bandits, but good positioning in the Eastern Conference. Dave Buchanan, you have the official word on the seconds.
The rulebook, section 17.86, coaches have 25 seconds to make that call for a play in progress for review.
Well within that time frame, so Buffalo with the ball. Dane Smith is there, top of the slot. Clinching with a shot. Hill with a nice save. The rebound jumps out in front. Soccer-style kick by Nanikook, who's tackled on the floor by Hussey. And batted out at midfield. Fields trying to capture it, but it's picked up by the good move of Brad Gillies. Setting up the play for Sean Evans at left. Top of the slot is Stephen Kehoe. He's looking for 3 as Evans has the ball. Doing the Deacon and the dirty work. Now top of the slot. Low drive by Dawson Thied. Saved by Matt Vince. Penalty coming up against Buffalo. This is third quarter action. Bandits leading it by 2, 12-10. Extra attacker is out on the turf right now. And over the line comes Sean Evans. Tipping it now over to Jamieson. Cradles the ball in the webbing of the stick with a shot. Saved by Matt Vince. Rebound, Ian McKay. And that will stop things with 1:22 left to play here in quarter number 3. Bandits with a 2-goal lead, 12-10, but another penalty coming up against the black and orange.
Well, penalty number 20, 2 minutes holding the stick.
Another holding the stick call here. Nick Weiss arguing his case. Hey, John, who's your best penalty killer on the floor usually? Your goaltender, Matt Vince, 12 for 12 on the PK so far. Halifax 0 for 6 on the power play with 12 shots. No goals with the man advantage for Halifax just yet.
See what they can do here in the critical moment of this game for the Halifax Thunderbirds. Sean Evans, the quarterback. Cody Jamieson out there at right. He's got an opening, likes to go to Evans. Evans with a shot. That's blocked by Matt Vince. Smothered there by Bryce Sweeting. A long outlet pass over to Steve Friello, stretching for it. Can't play it. In to help as well as McKay, but Hill is there and gets it right back out. And running across the line is Sean Evans. He'll just do it over the shoulder, leaving it for Kehoe with a shot. Saved by Matt Vince.
Matt Vince up to 14 saves on the man short.
Under a minute to play here in quarter number 3. Buffalo leading at 12-10. Shorthanded in over the line is Josh Byrne. Looking for 5 shorthanded goals. Takes the shot, and Hill comes up with a save. Rebound trickles into the near corner. Scrambling for it along the dasher boards.
Loose ball
Still looking for the ball, and you're right.
Loose ball push, Bandit ball, and that's huge because that'll be a fresh 30, or actually with less than 30 to go in the game clock, the Bandits can run out the quarter.
Just tick it off, as Fields will do. Hang on now. Got a stoppage of play with 19.2 seconds remaining in this third quarter.
Yep, we're good. Here we go. He was running, but we were under 30.
Wanted to check things out there. Ryan Dutkus wanted to make sure everybody knew that the 30-second shot clock wasn't working because it's been turned off.
Matt Vince thought about going to the bench to make it 5-on-5, but he's getting sent back to his crease.
Tate Fraser with the ball from the right side, scooting behind, looks for a diving dunk shot, can't do it, went off the shoulder of Hill. Scrambled for the ball. No time left in quarter number 3. What a great game this afternoon from Buffalo with the Bandits and Thunderbirds. Quarter number 4 coming up with Buffalo hanging on to a 2-goal lead, 12-10 on ESPN+. about these goals scored by the Bandits, and this one by Josh Byrne. Steve, as you said, from the top of the slot on the outside, and then we go to goal number 2. Tehoka Nanticoke.
Yeah, in transition, Buffalo building a 2-goal lead, but we've said their transition's been good for this entire game when they've had the chance. Most of it's been from the back door out. That one was a quick pass to Tehoka out the front door.
Tehoka with a couple of goals and an assist. Ian McKay with 2 goals and 1 assist. Connor Fields with a goal and 3 assists. Josh Byrne, 3 goals, 3 assists. And Dane Smith with 2 goals and 5 assists. What have we got numbers?
Shots look like they're 51-33 in favor of Halifax. With all the man advantage time they've had, 0 for 7 on the power play so far, on their 7th power play right now. Matt Vince having 14 saves so far while the Bandits are shorthanded.
Scott Fleetwood with those nifty numbers this afternoon from the Ted Darley Memorial Press Box. Keeping us up to date here as time ticks down on the penalty to Nick Weiss. Low drive save by Matt Vince, just scissoring it up nicely.
Add 2 more, John. 2 more saves on the penalty kill. No rebound. The Bandits get possession and can kill the penalty. What a great display of Matt Vince on the penalty kill.
Cody Jamieson there on the doorstep of Matt Vince. How did you do that?
Guys, a rare full team huddle during the break for the Bandits there. John Tavares trying to rally the troops for these final 15 minutes. Want to keep the chatter up and just see his guys get more balls on Warren Hill.
Dane Smith, there's a quick stick shot by Josh Byrne. Picked up by Nanticoke, leaving it out in front. What a pass and a shot over the shoulder by Connor Fields. And there, ditto for Warren Hill. As the Thunderbirds design their play down into the Bandit zone.
Nanticoke was down on the turf, got up, caught the ball, went behind his back. What a pass and a better save by Warren Hill.
Here come the Thunderbirds out of the far corner. Scooting up into traffic is Sean Evans. As he does so well, but lost the ball. Good defensive play by Justin Robinson. And here come the Bandits back out to mid. The end of the line is Kevin Brunell, leaving it back out at 2. Ethan O'Connor with a shot. Shoulder saved by Warren Hill. Rebound, Thunderbirds, and they're right back at it down to the Bandit zone. Dawson Theed with 3 goals this afternoon. Hangs on to it, goes far side. Setting up the play. Kehoe with a shot. Saved by Matt Vince, and he just got it right at the goal line. Had to watch that ball in, was creeping.
He thought he had it pinned against his hip. He felt it come free. I'm sure McKay was saying, loose, loose, loose. And he turns around and finds it with his left hand, but oh boy.
Steve Priola with the ball outside the line. Leaves it out in front, tried to get it back over to Fraser. He comes up with it, and stolen, picked out again. Good pressure on by Buffalo, doing some forechecking, and the loose ball picked up by Scott Campbell. Assistant captain for the Thunderbirds, in over the line. Birds go. Austin Shanks. Far side pass, picked up. Twirling around, here's Shanks again, looking for a lane. Goes into the slot area, double team, triple teamed on the play, got in the way of the players. Eric Fennell picked out. There's Jamieson with a blast, and sealing it is Matt Vince.
Shanks ran into his own player there. He ended up getting he got steered right into Fennell and looked up, and they were face to face. Good defense by Buffalo, forcing the collision between the 2 Thunderbirds.
Hey, congratulations to Jake Withers. He just went past the 1,000 face-off win of his career. I thought he'd do it tomorrow, but good movement today with all these goals being scored. There's a line drive by Nanticoke. Dribbles out in front, picked up by the Thunderbirds, and they're charging back out at center and in over the line. Carried by Gillies, taking a couple of swats, or check that, Tarafinko.
Mixing it up with Nick Weiss.
Dawson Theed leaving the ball to the far corner. That's scooped out. Left back over to Fennell, now to Theed. He's a big boy, low to high shot, rebound, Stephen Kehoe with it. 2 seconds left on the shot clock, ball picked up. And guess who? Tehoka Nanticoke charging the ball, leaving it back over to Josh Byrne, deep into the far Thunderbirds corner. And it's set up to play now with Buchanan from the near side. Running, low drive, shot on by Fields. Hill with the save of outlet pass and a break for the Thunderbirds, but it went off the webbing of the stick left there for Brad Gillies, and Buffalo managing to get out of their own zone.
What a play by
on this one.
What a play by Steve Priolo. He was on his horse out the back door to catch up to that play.
Buffalo leading this one 12-10 here in the fourth quarter of play. 10 minutes and 30 seconds remaining. Dinking is burned. Now back over to Smith. Smith with 5 points on the game so far. Leaves it back over. There's a drive by Fraser. Rebound Smith. Resetting the shot clock. Running with the ball now is Clinching, shooting it. Saved by Warren Hill. Rebound picked up by the Thunderbirds and pushed back out to mid.
Halifax almost got caught there. Fennell had gone to the center line, and Clinching came screaming off the bench, but couldn't get the ball quick enough to take advantage of that.
Back behind the net, down in the Bandit zone. Cody Jamieson retrieves it. He goes to the top of the slot, now to the far side. Good ball movement by the Thunderbirds. In traffic, saved by Matt Vince. Jumps back out in front, tries to gather it. And the ball is picked up. Looks like Austin Shanks a little slow in getting up. And finally, the officials will call it. And the Halifax trainer will run out and attend to Austin Shanks. 9 minutes, 41 seconds left to play. Quarter number 4. Buffalo 12, Halifax 10 this afternoon on ESPN+.
What is belief? Nathan McKinnon? At 14, he wasn't wishing he'd make it to the NHL. He believed that he would. So while other kids were playing video games, he was putting in the work to make his dream come true. Guaranteed Rate believes in your dreams. That's why we treat everyone like we treat our own family and work extra hard to get you the lowest low rate possible. Because if you believe, you will.
Let's show the world what it means to be a fan. The world's largest collection of fan gear. Fanatics, officially licensed everything.
There's no better feeling than a win, except a BetMGM win. Goodbye. Woo! That one hurt good. You feel that? Yeah! Now you're winning with the king of sports books. Come on.
In the midst of a 4-game and 8-night schedule right here today, and then Buffalo tomorrow in Halifax, Thursday in Philadelphia, Saturday at Colorado, and the next home game for the Bandits will be April 9th versus the New York Riptide. Mark that in your calendar. It is a 5 o'clock start. And Austin Shanks got wrapped up in a little bit of traffic as he dove for that shot and then got a knee to the back of the head.
Yeah, completely incidental, but that's a hard hit to the back of his head.
Yeah, guys, he went back to the locker room, has not come back out as of yet.
Bandits with the ball down into the Thunderbird zone here in the fourth quarter of play. Seesaw battle back and forth until Buffalo took control of the game 6-3 in the early goings in quarter number 2, and then they were shut down by the great goal runs of Halifax to take a 2-goal lead at halftime. And Buffalo goes on a stampede in the third quarter, and here we sit, 12-10 Bandits with 9:03 remaining. Knocking on the door is Dawson Theed, looking for 4. Elects to go to a pass to the far side. Now to Kehoe. Over in front to Fennell, goes one-armed and stopped by Matt Vince, and a crease violation to boot.
John, the Bandits have been really responsible in transition when they're going from offense to defense. They're starting to get off the floor early when there's only 2 to shoot, and they're cutting off any odd man runs the other way. And that's really important. That's why they're playing so well in transition today on both sides.
Dane Smith with the ball, hanging on to it, single hand shot straight on. Big save by Warren Hill. Stopped cold face to face off the move of Cal Buchanan.
What a save. Waited for Warren Hill to be so disciplined to not give up the top of the net there. Unbelievable save.
Austin Shanks back out on the floor, guys.
There's Jamison. Feed pass out in front. Trying to do a little quick stick. Off to the side there of Shanks, who appears to be okay. Thanks for that update, Dave. Leaving it back into the corner. Now to the near side, over to Dawson Thie. He takes the shot, saved by Matt Vince. With confidence, making the outlet pass out to a running Ethan O'Connor as he comes in across the restraining line of Halifax. Fourth quarter action, 12-10 Buffalo. Dane Smith with the ball, in over the line he goes. In pursuit is Tyson Bell. Smith hanging onto the ball, shooting, it scores!
John, I was just starting to wonder which goaltender would crack first, because we have seen some unbelievable saves from both of these goaltenders here in the fourth quarter. Not much that Warren Hill could do here. Dane Smith beats his man Tyson Bell, able to get in. He sees enough room in the 5-hole. Warren Hill has to respect Dane on a crease dive or going up top, but he kind of catches Warren Hill standing still and 5-holes him. Buffalo with a 3-goal lead, 7:36 to play in the fourth quarter.
Dane Smith, third goal of the afternoon with 5 assists. He has passed his point per game average of 7.5 now with 8, and still counting with 7 minutes and 30 seconds remaining. We talked earlier in the radio pregame show about the fact that he could indeed set another assist record currently held by Mark Matthews of Saskatchewan at 84. But Steve, also the possibility by the end of the regular season to eclipse his 137 regular season points.
Yeah, who's he chasing for number one? Oh, that's right, himself. Trying to pass his own record from 2016.
Halifax with the ball. Jamison trying to set up a running setup for Clark Peterson. Couldn't do it. Ball is sweated away. Peterson is there. He's got it outside the line. There's a long drive by Fennell with no time left on the shot clock, and Buffalo has it back out at center with Nick Weiss.
Matt Spanger able to break up 2 passes on that play. A real active stick, especially on the backdoor quick stick attempt. Spanger got a piece of it and sent it into the corner. A good set for Matt Spanger.
Hogan Nanticoke with the ball from the top of the slot, forced outside the line, goes to a right wing side. Byrne couldn't hang on to it. He is backed up by Fields. Fields leaving it back over to Nanticoke with a dash. One-arm shot with 4 seconds left on the shot clock, and that's picked up by Halifax and cleared back out at center. 6:23 and counting here in the fourth quarter of play. Buffalo with a 13-10 lead over the Thunderbirds. These two teams will be back at it again tomorrow afternoon from Halifax. Drive! Hit the goalpost. Right side of Matt Vince. Rebound back out of center. Here's a break for Buffalo. A 2-on-0 break, and it's Kevin Brunel shooting and scores.
John, I just talked about responsible transition for the Bandits. In that case, not a responsible transition play for the Thunderbirds. The Bandits end up with a 2-on-0. That shot goes wide, no one there backing up, and Kevin Brunel's already gone. And that was Ian McKay that was able to spring him with that little bit of a stick check. Brunel looks off the pass, fakes, beats Warren Hill short side. Buffalo up 4, 6:02 to play.
Second goal of the season for Kevin Brunel in his 9th season with the Bandits, playing in his 130th Bandit game. And what a way to celebrate it this afternoon with Buffalo's 14th goal. From the draw, Withers couldn't hang on to it. Friolo is there. Lead pass along the way. Here's Matt Spanger trying to get it in the webbing of his stick. Kicked along the board, soccer style, goes deep into the far corner. Finally, it's picked up by Scott Campbell, who will clear it back out at center.
Both 37s were without their stick. That's why we had a little soccer game break out in the corner.
Setting up the play from the near side is Fennell. That's busted up by Buffalo's defense. Nick Weiss is there, and here comes the charge of Buffalo back out to center. Priola's with him at left. Right side is Smith. Back over to Weiss. Takes a good hit and a slap on the back. And Buffalo will retrain it back out at center. And now Weiss will leave it for Dane Smith. Setting up a pick is Priola. Here's Smith digging his way, tipping it back over to the far side to Clinching, who opened the scoring of this afternoon's game. His shot goes wide with 3 to shoot. Rebound dribbles back out at center and then stopped right at the restraining line. And that will stop things with 4 minutes and 55 seconds left to play. Quarter number 4. Buffalo 14, Halifax 10. Today on ESPN+.
Welcome to the National Lacrosse League.
Well, you think we waited long enough? Well, let's enjoy some great lacrosse here.
Here we go. Game on.
Team with a seam on the right. Here comes Team looking for his first career goal.
An amazing goal by Natico.
Player on course and scores!
What a night for the rookie.
Harris. Dawson. Shoots.
Are you kidding me?
Travis Cornwall with the first goal in franchise history.
Rolling towards the top. This is Eric Fennell.
Here we go.
Hogarth for the win. Nighthawks get it done. Fennell switches hands. He scores! Eric Fennell.
And he scores! The Philadelphia Wings win it in overtime.
How about the Fanatics' turning point of the game? Buffalo once down 9-6, and they storm back to Steve Bermel. Some incredible numbers here, scoring 8-1 to take the lead here from this break at 14-10.
Yeah, Ian McKay with that shorthanded goal was the start of the 8-1 run that the Bandits are currently on. They went from trailing 9-6 to in the lead 14-10 with less than 5 to play in regulation.
Buffalo at one time had a 6-3 lead, seeing that evaporate by a couple of shorthanded goals by the Thunderbirds. And then taking a 2-goal lead into the dressing room. Here's Steed with his 4th of the game. Great goal by the Thunderbirds.
It's exactly what Halifax needed. There's enough time left with 4:41 to go. They needed to get one, and for a while they'd had trouble solving Matt Vince, but who else? Dawson Theed, another cut to the middle, beats his man. Able to get around Brownell. Quick stick right out in front of Matt Vince into the short corner.
That was their first goal, guys, in about 14 and a half minutes of game time. We talked about how the Bandit sticks went cold in the first half. That just snapped a long streak for Halifax.
Yeah, the last Halifax goal at 10:31 of quarter number 3 by Sean Evans. But Dave Buchanan, what was Tracy Kelusky thinking about letting Theed go?
Well, I think they wanted the veteran help of Stefan LeBlanc, who went the other way in that deal, and I think it's going to pay off pretty well for both teams.
Eric Fennell with the ball. What's that?
I forgot they flipped LeBlanc for the pick to Georgia, but either way, it still gave Panther City some pieces.
Outlet pass by Matt Vince to Nick Weiss. Good ball movement. Weiss gets it back. Tried to set up a quick stick shot over the side to Byrne. Was too high by Weiss's setup. And now picked up by the Thunderbirds with 3 minutes and 57 seconds left to play in regulation. 14-11 Buffalo. Outside the line. It's Peterson. Back to Kehoe. Zigzagging now to the slot area near side. The calm Cody Jamieson. Looking. Gets a little opening. Takes the shot. Tried to get it into the near side of Matt Vince. Stopped there. Feed getting it back over to the far side. Coming out of the corner is Kehoe with the shot. That's blocked into traffic. And the bouncing ball comes to the favor of the Buffalo Bandits out of center.
This is smart, John. The last time they came down in transition, they turned the ball over early in the shot clock. And right now, time is what Halifax needs. And another turnover this possession.
Should have been a push, but it continues on. Left the ball deep into the corner. Set up for the Thunderbirds with 3:05 remaining. Buffalo with a 14-11 lead. Eric Fennell tipping it back over to Feed with his big frame. Tries to take a shot. He pummels it to the doorstep of Matt Vince. Trying to get the actual read on him physically. 6'4", I think 250 pounds.
not easy to take him down, but the Bandits did there and forced a crease violation.
Here is Josh Byrne inside the Halifax zone. Over the shoulder goes askew. From the corner, retained to the near side, Buchanan. Low drive, score! Clinching!
Chris Clinching quick to point at Dane Smith because this pass is a great one into the middle. What vision by Dane Smith. And we mentioned the responsible transition. Dane Smith was leaving the floor because he realizes the shot clock could expire here, and I need to get somebody out the back door to make sure we don't give up something the other way. And that's why Chris Clinching had to point so far to Dane Smith, but a great feed to the middle and a great shot by Chris Clinching. Back up 4 with just 2:35 to go. We mentioned Halifax needs time, and Buffalo using the whole shot clock before they score there is key.
Second goal of the game for Chris Clinching. A beautiful sidewind shot, finding Twine and giving Buffalo the 15-11 lead with 2 minutes and 20 seconds remaining. Again, these two teams tomorrow in Halifax. 5 o'clock face-off time. Love to see you down there. Bouncing ball stolen by Buffalo, and it's picked up by Kevin Brunel. He's outside the line, and we'll start to work on the clock and to get everybody into position. Chase Fraser just outside the restraining line, wheeling it back to center, save the over and back charge. Priolo finding an open Josh Byrne. Now Fraser. His time ticks down on the Thunderbirds. Starts to move, takes the shot, he scores!
What a great possession for Buffalo. When Brownell came over the line, he had Connor Field streaking off the bench, but he thought better than passing it because if that goes astray, Halifax has the ball and they didn't take any time off the shot clock. Well, instead they play keep away, keep the ball to the outside. Fraser uses a swim move to get open, cuts to the middle, and a bit of a screen there in front of Warren Hill, and Fraser finds the net. Buffalo up 5 with 1:45 to go and a playoff berth now on the line for the Bandits.
Big smile for Chase Fraser, his first goal of the afternoon and his 16th of the season. And Buffalo went in and 45 seconds away from clinching a playoff spot in the 2022 NLL playoffs. Thunderbirds not done yet. Cody Jamieson getting the play down into the zone from the top of the slot. Near side is Thede. He's looking with that big stretch of his. Pass goes askew. Matt Vince is there. And Bandits will get it out of their own zone from the outlet pass of Nick Weiss. And we'll leave it for Dane Smith outside the line. 8 points so far for Dane Smith in this game. And the fans to their feet here at KeyBank Center as a floating ball goes deep into the Halifax corner and picked up by the Birds and cleared back out at center by David Brock, who leaves it now for a scurrying offensive attack by the Thunderbirds. Top of the slot, now the near side. Back over to Fennell. He takes his shot. Rebound comes out in front. Another big save by Matt Vince. Fennell's shot hit the post to the left side, and then the rebound saved by Matt Vince. Under a minute to play here in this game. 16-11 Buffalo. Again, a win for the Bandits will put them into the playoffs. Over the line is Chase Fraser. Hanging on.
Yeah, what a great game we had today, John. And hey, what do you say they do it again tomorrow?
No problem at all. 24 hours in the time clock. Buffalo will travel up the QEW to Toronto and fly out of Toronto to Halifax and get ready for tomorrow afternoon's game. 4 o'clock Eastern time face-off. We'll have the coverage for you on 1520 The Bet, and it will also be covered on TSN and ESPN+. Here is an opportunity for Halifax. Just goes to the doorstep, and that's finally picked up by the Bandits, and some frustration opens up now. Some pushing and shoving, no love lost, obviously, and the Bandits win it big time. A come-from-behind victory. And the Bandits clinch a playoff berth for the 2022 NLL playoffs.
First team to do it, John. Seals had a chance yesterday, but that loss cost them a playoff berth and also allowed Vancouver to jump back into the playoff picture.
What a strong comeback by Buffalo to win it 16-11 this afternoon on ESPN+.
At 4. What is belief? Nathan McKinnon? At 14, he wasn't wishing he'd make it to the NHL. He believed that he would. So while other kids were playing video games, he was putting in the work to make his dream come true. Guaranteed Rate believes in your dreams. That's why we treat everyone like we treat our own family and work extra hard to get you the lowest low rate possible. Because if you believe, you will.
Let's show the world what it means to be a fan. The world's largest collection of fan gear. Fanatics, officially licensed everything.
There's no better feeling than a win, except a BetMGM win. Goodbye. Woo! That one hurt good. You feel that? Yeah! Now you're winning with the king of sports bets. Come on.
The NLL on ESPN is brought to you by NLLshop.com, a Fanatics experience, officially licensed everything. By Guaranteed Rate, if you believe it, you can do it. Guaranteed Rate, believe you will. And by BetMGM, the official sports book of the NLL. Get the BetMGM app today. Now you're winning with the king of sportsbooks. Please bet responsibly.
Bank Center, Tehoka, Nanticoke, big win for you guys today, clinching a playoff berth. Very special night here. Talk about that offense coming back here in the second half.
No, that's what Bandits. That's what we got. We can play. We play strong. We play 7 deep. We play. Our entire team's a threat. We love the game of lacrosse, and we love Bandit land. Listen to this. It's insane. With a crowd like this, anything can happen, and it's always on our side.
Extra special day for you with it being native night here at KeyBank Center and honoring the great people that created this game.
Yeah, it's unreal. This is surreal. Like the guys that we got here, the guys on the team, everybody here in Bandit land. It's amazing. The crowd's insane, and I think this is a good growth for our game. Encouraging more native nights like this, and it's huge for me. It means a lot to me, and I love the game. And I think when the world sees the game of lacrosse, it's going to be huge.
Enjoy this win, but go back to work tomorrow.
Yeah, going to catch a plane tonight to Halifax to do it all again tomorrow.
Thanks, Tehoka. Guys.
Oh, what an afternoon for Tehoka, Nanticoke. Steve Bermel, such a play here, beast mode.
Yeah, and he's the rookie goal-scoring leader for a reason because of plays like that. Despite being as big and strong as he is, he shows so much athleticism, especially on that goal when he had the crease dive there, feeding to Dane Smith up top. Dane Smith and Nanticoke have found a bit of chemistry, the two of them working together. 2 goals and 1 assist for number 1, the rookie, Tehoka Nanticoke. What a 9.9 for, I should say afternoon. I said that finally. 9-point afternoon for Dane Smith to continue on his torrid pace. And the Bandits coming back. It was a gutsy comeback for the Bandits. They were kind of in an O-zone in the halftime area. Yeah, and we mentioned earlier that Buffalo goes up 6-3, and the Thunderbirds don't go away. They keep pressing, and they jump out to a 9-6 lead. And then the Bandits on the back of an 8-1 run kind of take control, and were able to seal off the game in the fourth quarter. So I would imagine tomorrow afternoon's game in Halifax will pretty much be the same with the amount of goals being scored and the easy offense
for the two teams, and they'll be 24 hours for the next face-off in Halifax. That is a 4 o'clock Eastern time game for the Bandits at Halifax. For Dave Buchanan and Steve Bermel, this is John Gertler. Good afternoon, everybody.